Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hangs with Rog. Thank you for taking some of your time to watch our videos. Today, unfortunately, I don't have any guests with me. It will just be me. Yeah, hope you still enjoy the video. On this episode, I'll be chatting about a couple of games that I've been playing, starting with Gravity Rush and the demo of Gravity Rush 2. And I also played the demo of Nier Automata, which is coming out in March. Pretty exciting game if you ask me, but we'll be talking about that a little bit later. And let's start with Gravity Rush. I finished Gravity Rush this week after I finished Final Fantasy 15, which I've really enjoyed. Gravity Rush, which came out in 2012 as a PlayStation Vita exclusive, then later on brought it out as a PlayStation 4 remastered version. I believe it was this year. I would have got it earlier this year. You can find it for pretty cheap at the moment. I think I saw it recently for about 25 Australian dollars. You play as a girl who has a bunch of special powers. Her name's Kat. She basically lost her memory, so she doesn't know where she is, why she's there. She doesn't remember her name. But later on, one of the characters decides to name her Kat, simply because she has a pet cat with her, which also is the reason why she has her powers. Basically, as the name suggests, you have the power to control gravity, basically. She is what is called a gravity shifter, and that's where the game's interesting mechanics come in. If you press R1, she simply floats, then you choose what direction you want to shift gravity, and if you press R1 again, she will simply fly in that direction, so then you can go upside down, walk along walls and things like that. Yeah, some pretty cool powers. Kat also has some pretty cool fighting moves. Pretty simple mechanics in the game, you just press square to attack. She also has a few special moves which are pretty cool, like this one for example. There are also some basic RPG elements where you collect the gems and spend them on upgrades, such as, like over here, you have your core powers, the special attacks, gravity powers and combat powers. There are also some pretty cool boss battles and a very, very strange story. I still finished the game and I thought it was really fun, but I wouldn't say the strength is in the story, definitely. I also thought the choice of colours were pretty dark and depressing, but really didn't bother me that much. The camera control really smooth. I thought the controls were spot on, really easy to control considering the amount of acrobatics you have to do during the game. Enjoyed it a fair bit, but yeah, let's move on to the demo of Gravity Rush 2. You can see straight away that Gravity Rush 2 looks a lot more colourful compared to the first one. It feels a lot like the first one because the controls are exactly the same. It feels a bit more fluid, but apart from that the controls are exactly the same. Obviously the game looks a lot better because it is made for PlayStation 4 and it's not a port or a remaster. The main difference between the second one and the first one is that Kat has different powers this time. She has the ability to switch to Lunar style, which makes her a lot lighter, and therefore she can attack quicker, faster enemies. Then she has her Jupiter style, which makes her a lot heavier and allows her to use attacks that do a lot more damage. I'll definitely play a lot more of this game when it comes out on the 24th of January, but let me know if you guys are planning on picking up the game, if you're interested in it at all. You can contact us on Facebook, we are Hangs with Rog, and also if you want to email us any feedback, any questions, if you want me to play anything in particular, please email us on hangswithrog@gmail.com. But for now, let's move on to the third game, which is Nier Automata. Now, this is a sequel to Nier, which came out in 2010 on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I've never played it myself, but from what I've seen, it got some pretty mixed reviews saying the mechanics were pretty simple, but that the story was pretty good. So, if you're willing to push through what seems to be a pretty repetitive game, the story is apparently really good. In this game, you play as an android called 2B. She has a recon droid with her, which you can use to shoot enemies, as you'll be able to see in this demo. It's an action-adventure game, mainly. You can see that there's going to be some RPG elements in there as you collect money, and you can level up, but it doesn't really show you in the demo. The demo mainly focuses on the action-adventure part of the game, which is obviously a pretty big part of the game. The original one was developed by Square Enix, but for the sequel they decided to bring in Platinum Studios, who made Bayonetta, Transformers Devastation and other games like Metal Gear Rising. They're pretty good at making action games with big bosses and things like that, and you can obviously see that when you watch this demo. Now, if you're worried about not knowing what's happening in the game because you haven't played Nier, there is no narrative connection at all between the two, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, you'll be able to pick up Nier Automata without having to play the first one. Now, as far as the demo goes, I thought this is probably one of the best demos I've ever played. I played it on PS4, but the game will also be available on PC. What I thought was really cool about the demo was that it showed how it could quickly sort of change styles. So obviously you play mainly in third person, it's mainly a third person action game, but as you can see there are some parts where you switches to a side scroller where you can shoot side to side or use your swords, and also as a top down twin stick shooter, which I thought was pretty awesome. And then you have, as mentioned previously, the crazy, huge boss battle that Platinum Games is known for. Overall, the demo goes for about 25 minutes, but I feel like in those 25 minutes they managed to put a lot of content in it. It shows you obviously the different gameplay styles that'll be featured in the game, and also it gave me a pretty big connection with the characters in just those 25 minutes. So I was always curious about the game, and I thought the gameplay looked pretty cool. But after playing the demo, I'm definitely a lot more excited about it. I'm definitely going to pick it up on March 10th this year when it comes out. Now, if you guys are interested to see a bit more about the game, I'll be posting the full demo on the channel at Hangs with Rog. But if you guys haven't played the demo yet, I definitely recommend downloading it. It's available for download right now. If you have played it, I'd love to hear your feedback, so please email us on hangswithrog@gmail.com, and hopefully we'll feature your feedback or questions on the show. If you haven't yet and you're interested in getting weekly updates on what games are coming out this month, what games we've been playing, and some video game news, please click the subscribe button below and we'll keep you guys up to date. But that's it for this episode of Hangs with Rog. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and as mentioned before, you can let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us on hangswithrog@gmail.com, and we'll have more content for you soon. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Hangs with Rog.